there. Give us a thumbs up if you can see or hear us. We're just looking into getting our comments live. We're currently doing this on mobile, which we've never done before, so that's why this is going about as smoothly as Brad's beard.
Hey, my beard's great. I won't have that.
Took you down, buddy.
Yeah, so we're in Brooklyn. I don't know where we are. We're in Crown Heights.
You keep saying Crown
Are we in
Heights like
Prospect
it's a place.
somewhere?
I've never heard of Crown Heights in my life.
Huh. But the Russian cowboy Uber driver said we're nearly there.
Nearly in Crown Heights?
Yeah.
This is all news to
We're
me.
at Three's Brewery anyway.
We are at Three's, which is somewhere in Brooklyn. But we're not entirely sure where. There we go.
We're a little bit bleary-eyed.
Well, Brad's been drinking pints of strong IPAs, whereas I've been drinking halves of strong IPAs.
No.
Well, no, that's literally what's been happening. But we're not entirely sure where. We're getting some.
Here we go.
Good thing it's not called the timekeeping channel. That's pretty strong. That's a solid bit.
Hey, who's that? Who's that cheeky monkey?
That's Blaine Doherty.
Blaine, you old dog.
Yeah, we'd love to know for sure that you guys can hear us. We are getting comments from people saying cheers, guys, not, screw you guys for being late or not live or whatever it would be.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're away. What pub are we at? There you go, we're getting questions.
Three's Brewery.
Yeah, so tell them about Three's Brewery.
It's great. We've just got here. I just had a really lovely grilled cheese sandwich on the way over.
We did. We just had a drink with Joshua Bernstein, who American readers you're gonna have to log me in, Brad.
He was a nice guy, wasn't he?
Yeah. So basically, we're on this trip through New York, Philadelphia, and Harrisburg. Thumbs up for Harrisburg. We don't know what's actually in Harrisburg, and I'm not sure.
Well, we are.
Many people do.
In a few days' time.
We will be.
We are the danger.
we are the threat. So we're going to a place called Shippensburg, just south of Harrisburg, to talk at a university, be part of a 2-day course in which we're teaching people the first level of Cicerone and doing some other bits and pieces while we're there.
Is Brad on the carling?
I mean, you did go for a pint of lager, to be fair. It's just not the carling.
You're not wrong.
I'm not sure they
Pretty
serve
much
carling in America.
on the
But
carling.
interestingly, carling is a Canadian brand. Did you know that? Carling was invented in Canada, but we see it as like the British lager. Yeah, it's a Canadian recipe.
Oh, is it?
And a Canadian name, Canadian brand. It was bought and then for some reason was more successful in the UK.
I knew I didn't like the Canadians. That must be
It's
why.
all, weirdly enough, Carling's all English ingredients. I think it's the only macro lager that is. It's still filth. So Brad's not on the Carling now.
Yeah, no, not, sadly not. Maybe next time.
Brad's on the what might have been. Which kind of makes sense.
Brad's always on the what might have been.
He's at that age now.
Mr. Regrets, man.
Nothing wrong with lager. Nothing wrong with lager. Just lots wrong with Carling. Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, that's our plan. So we've only got one night in Philly. We're going to do Philly cheesesteaks, Pliny at Monk's Cafe, and then we're going to an amazing brewery called Forester, Maine, which we've tried some beers in the UK of. Absolutely love them. It's all real ale and saisons. So we're going to go make a little mini documentary that we did with Alchemist and Allagash there.
You're on a saison right now, aren't you?
I'm on a saison. I'm on a mixed firm saison called Slowly We Learn.
Oh wow! What a great name.
There's some really. The Three's tap list is full of wonderful names: Wandering Vine, Constant Disregard, Tempting Fate, Logical Conclusion. These sound like albums by. Oh, I don't know. Radiohead, maybe.
They're definitely mantras to live by.
They are.
Or yeah, things to toast that you wish you hadn't done.
Which we will. We'd love to know what you guys are drinking over, wherever you're from. So where are you from? What are you drinking? We are in New York.
New York. For the last day we've been here.
Yeah, so we've crammed it in. We arrived yesterday at about 9 a.m. We have been to, let's get this right.
Evil Twin.
Keg and Lantern. Finback. KCBC. Other Half. Then we went to Covenhoven, which is a bar. and now we're at 3s. We're also hoping to pack in transmitter and strung rope before we're done.
Yeah, we also had a sort of meandering walk over into Manhattan this morning.
We did. We
to
walked
buy
over
a bit of a
Williamsburg
camera
Bridge.
part, and then we didn't successfully buy it. But it was fun.
Yeah, it's beautiful weather here in New York.
Great.
Global warming is really throwing us some solids right now. It's been absolutely beautiful. So if you have any spots in New York, we've got one more night. Only so much energy. Who are Evil Tin? Yeah, that was a. I've been drinking halves of IPA, but I've still been drinking lots of IPA. We had breakfast at about 8, and then lunch about an hour ago. It's 5:15.
Kevin, we haven't been to Blind Tiger.
No, we do. So we did a video on where to drink in New York, and we did go to Blind Tiger the very first time. Absolutely loved it. Always rammed though. I think it's the craft beer bar. So that's in our video that we did when we were last here. But this time we're doing a video all about the best tap rooms. So only going to places where you drink stuff that's brewed on premise. So yeah, that's why we've been going to all these tap rooms. 3s is an amazing place. Like, it's a restaurant downstairs, a coffee shop upstairs, and then there's a room that we're not allowed in yet. They're having a staff meeting. We're going to have a beer with the founder after this and after he's done with his meeting. But it's a really, it feels like a theatre bar or something. It's a really cool, unusual feel. But a nightmare to do a live show from. An absolute nightmare. We've tried 3 different locations within 3s, but we found somewhere that works. I think it's the fire escape. That's not ideal. Hey, we've got somebody from Philadelphia. If you're about, come to Monks. Come to Monks tomorrow night.
Please do.
And have a beer with us.
Matt B just said, folks, beer not far from you. He's right, it's not far from us.
Yeah.
It was very close to us at other half, but it didn't open until 5. And it's,
So
I don't know what time it is now. It's just 5 now. So we missed it.
But we were, sadly, Folks Beer have been missed off the list, even though they are supposed to be amazing. These are all great tips. We're just loud in general in America. Yeah. Howdy from Texas. Not familiar with most New England, but come back here. Still learning the mobile one. Brad's on the comments.
Hi from Texas. I'm familiar with most of New England, but not New York's. So any help suggestions? Cheers.
There you go. All the places we've been.
All those guys.
There will be, I should say, there is a video coming out in a couple of weeks of where we've been, and then Forest and Main documentaries of Forest and Main Trogs and New Trail, which is the former head brewer of Tired Hands. So we're going to go see his new place, which I've heard is awesome as well, and a place called Shy Bear, which seems to be like right in the mountains, which I'm quite excited about.
Yes.
We've been collecting, so we got a lot of beer to take away from other half in KCBC and some other places. So we're going to go hike in the mountains, have some beers, hopefully do a sofa sessions by a creek or something, and then stagger our way. One of us will stagger, the other one's got to drive. We'll work out which one's which.
Okay, ATL 625245 has said, have you found a good porter in New York?
We haven't drunk a single porter.
No, we've drank some adjunct stouts.
Yeah, we had a pretty nasty one at Evil Twin.
Yeah.
That was not a brilliant beer. It was because a lot of these beers are made with like ice cream syrups, like flavouring syrups. This one was mostly flavouring syrup. It was less stout and more syrup.
I think it might have just been syrup. It was incredibly syrupy.
Yeah, it was not great. But we had a delicious one in Finback, which was coconut, almond, coffee, and
yeah, it was good. It was like a sort
probably
of
enough, to
like
be honest.
a coconut Kinder Bueno.
Yeah, it was.
You know.
Yeah, Brad's always got the candy reference ready. Forest and Main are coming to Cloudwater. That's where we tried them last time. They were there last year. Absolutely blew us away with their mixed firm saisons. And I'm very excited to see their real ale, like cask pull beers in America. We had cask Bear Republic's. Do you know Bear Republic's pub is closed?
Yeah, I heard that.
That's super sad. So now our video, which is, hey, go drink there, it's now, hey,
this was great.
This is history.
You can't go there anymore.
No, yeah, that's really sad. Well, I'll do a toast to Bear Republic's original taproom. Sad times. What else have we got?
Did you already answer this? Are they making any seasonal?
No.
John, are brewers making seasonal autumnal stuff out there now? We did just get something a little bit sneaky.
Yeah, go on, show us.
Should we show them?
Yeah.
We're not going to get whoever gave us this.
Well, we won't say who gave it to us. They were canning this today.
Sneak it under.
We're only going to show you sneaky local people. So this is from Other Half. It's a pumpkin spice crunchy.
Crunchy. Read everything that's in it in the description there.
Okay, it's 5 lines long. Imperial pumpkin spice granola Berliner Weiss with pecans, pumpkin pie spices, toasted coconut, vanilla, maple syrup, cinnamon, almonds, and milk sugar. So I don't know whether that counts as seasonal because it's got just about every ingredient on earth. So probably lots of different seasons involved. But we had, if you check out our Instagram stories, you can see a beer that we had, which was a smoothie, a slushy. So Omnipollo and Buxton and other breweries have been doing slushy versions of beers. It was a slushy version, really thick slushy, but it was like a granola. It was like yogurty compote granola, and the seed flavour was insane. I don't know how they've done it. I'm not sure there's seed syrups to add that, so it must be legit. But it tasted like a granola. It was amazing.
Yeah, and we met a lovely guy from Plymouth called George, who was a big NFL fan. He'd come out here for a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yeah, he does it regularly. He just comes out to watch the NFL and go to tap rooms.
And he was drinking that stuff, the non-frosty variety.
Yeah.
The crunchy guy.
But I'd only want it, because you have it with a spoon. It came with a spoon in it. Yeah. It was absolutely amazing. My mind was blown. I'm so cynical about most of these pudding-style beers, but I thought that was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah, and the Other Half tap room's really good fun. Best to go out of hours because it probably does get really busy. Yeah. That's our top tip for Other Half.
The clientele was interesting there, wasn't it? Because it was, I mean, we got there at, 12:05, and it opened at 12?
Yeah.
And it was packed.
We were like the 10th, 15th person in.
You know, and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in Red Hook. It's definitely in the middle of nowhere. It's a little bit sketchy, you come out of the station.
Or industrial rather than sketchy. I didn't feel unsafe. It was just like, this isn't a very nice place.
But it was amazing. There were guys in suits coming in. We thought they were potentially just coming to pick something up and take it back to the office, but they were drinking in there. Lunchtime.
Yep.
So they obviously maybe work around there.
I mean, if I worked near Other Half, I'd probably go there at lunch.
Why not?
Good or bad day. That was a really cool space. We also went to Finback, which probably the best beers we've had on the whole trip.
Yeah.
But the space is miles out and pretty low key and sort of a bit of an afterthought. But it's still a lovely place.
And they've got a new place there.
New place coming in William. No, round the corner from Threes, from here I think.
Yeah,
they said.
Round this way.
Our big tip from this trip has been Keg and Lantern, which is a brew pub in Williamsburg / Greenpoint that was incredible. We had the best brut IPA. Brad hates brut IPAs. He likes sweet stuff. It was amazing. Absolutely stunning beer. We had a lager that tasted more like a Weiss beer at one point, but we won't hold that against them. Weiss beer is great too.
Finback's getting a lot of love in the comments.
Is it?
Yeah.
One of the best. Their Imperial Stout that we had, which was almond, coconut and coffee, was stellar. Absolutely awesome. Really enjoyed that. Visit to Finback is worth the trip. Maybe save up and get an Uber there and back, which will cost you about $30-40 there and back.
Yeah, we walked from Evil Twin in the pissing rain.
Yeah, and it took about half hour?
40 minutes, I think. Okay. It wasn't too bad, but it's not particularly scenic walk, is it? But it's walkable. You know, you can walk those beers off on the way.
Yep.
Evil Twin, what do you think?
I don't think you burn off a whole beer just on a walk, Brad. I hate to break it to you.
What do you make of Evil Twin? The monolithic IKEA greenhouse.
I got in trouble with Brad because I called it a monolithic IKEA greenhouse while we were sat there. I put it on social, and Brad thought we were going to be picked up by our ears and thrown out.
I mean, I called it monolithic greenhouse in the video, but that would have gone up.
But we'll be gone by that point.
Yeah, it was just the fact that he'd said it when we were sat there.
I don't think the people serving the beer are also checking the social media.
The barman was incredibly surly post that comment.
I think you're being anxious, buddy.
Maybe he was just pretty surly anyway.
Yeah. Also, you tried to buy 1 can and you have to buy minimums of 4 packs, which is apparently something in the US.
That's weird, isn't it?
Something that I've never come across before.
We wanted to buy a couple of different cans, and if we wanted 2 different cans, you would have to buy 8 beers. What's that about, America?
It's mad. Although it is a lot cheaper, so that's cool. What have we got? Didn't know the Bear Republic taproom was closed. Yeah. Gonna cheers every time I hear that. It makes me so sad. Also, fucking, if you've ever been to Muggs Ale House in Brooklyn,
Gone.
Best pub in New York, no longer. Dead. That broke my heart. It was this really cool old school bar, decent food, but really it was just about sitting there, having some nice beers in a really old school pub environment. But it had Hill Farmstead, Grimm, Other Half, all this stuff on tap, just quietly nailing it. And that's closed. I think maybe the owners retired and they couldn't find somebody that would run it for them. So it's a really, what is this music?
Is it not the boss?
Strangling Bruce Springsteen.
I think it's still the boss. It's pretty strangly though. Whoa!
Wow, Bruce. You need to get those nodules looked at.
We're getting a tip for pumpkin ales. Apparently,
if you're picking up pumpkin cans on this trip, Tired Hands currently has an amazing one. But yeah, hopefully we'll go to Tired Hands Lane where we're headed. So
thanks,
hopefully
Kevin.
we'll pop by. Thanks for the tip. Are we venturing out to the Midwest? Sadly, not this trip. Although, yeah, 3 Floyds and Toppling Goliath would be awesome.
We've just got to get there somehow. We need to, we're funded by Patreon.
Here comes the pitch. Go.
This is how we do these things. You guys really support us. YouTube ad revenues bugger all, to be honest, isn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, we got paid today. YouTube ad revenue, $140.
Yeah, it's not great. So, this trip is being financed by Johnny is doing a bit of a lecture. Johnny is a visiting professor.
I'm always lecturing you.
Prof G, we'll call him for now.
Please do.
So he's talking about the geography of beer.
Yeah, so we're teaching some people, helping to teach some people.
Where?
Yeah, we are. Brad's helping.
I'm not doing it.
To learn the first level of Cicerone, so certified Cicerone beer server, and then also lots of extra stuff. So I'm going to be talking about like the origins of different beer styles, like Goslar being brewed in Gosa, being brewed in Goslar, other way around. Going to get that right for the talk. Because the water was salty, we're going to talk about porters because of the hard water in London. We're going to talk about IPAs, pale ales, heavily hop beers being more prevalent in Burton. Czech Pilsners being, because they got ultra soft water, that's why lagers are great there, same in Munich. So that kind of stuff, like the influences that has on what you actually brew. And we're being paid to do that, so we thought we'd splash it on a visit to every brewery we could think of between New York and there.
Well, it's just,
Maybe don't have so many saisons before the talk. Oh my god. Can't even read a joke about being drunk without sounding drunk. That's how well this is going. You guys have to go to the Evil Twins' new place. We did. Best overall brewery in NYC, and the greenhouse is gorgeous.
the greenhouse, I agree, the greenhouse is
Jordan?
gorgeous, but it's kind of ultimately a little bit soulless, I thought. A beautiful design, very tasteful, very Scandinavian. Nice, warm jazz music.
Slow jazz, yeah.
Slow jazz.
Yeah, I think it would be amazing in summer. But we were there in winter and it was just a bit weird.
Yeah.
But we had some nice, they're doing Saipol Pilsners.
They were good.
And some decent IPAs.
Very creamy.
And yeah, except the Imperial Stout, which wasn't so great. It's a cool place, super cool place. And not far from like KCBC and some other guys. So you can do a decent little crawl around that area. It's definitely worth the trip. Give it time, it's brand new. Also that, 100%. We're not going to be shaming anyone when it's brand new. Particularly because they're a contract brewery and they're now brewing it themselves. So that's going to take some time to bed in.
Yeah, man.
And that IKEA furniture's got to age a little bit. I did see actually one of the lovely plywood IKEA stools had Imperial Stout like spilt all over the underside of it. So somebody had
someone's not been cleaning up.
had a spillage
very
there.
well, have they?
Why would you look on the
How
underside
do you
of the
get
stool?
splashback up onto the underside of a stool? So at least
I think
2 foot
drop
off the
it
air.
from a height, and then it
Yeah.
gets everything.
Boom.
Yeah, like a Imperial Stout bomb.
Boom, boom.
Yeah,
In every sense.
in every sense. We've developed a new drinking technique. It's called the table beer, and I know what you're thinking. Table beer is already a thing, not like how we do it. So our idea of a table beer is you get a chaser of something absurdly strong. So we
Or
had-
just absurd. Just
or
plain
just absurd. Yeah. So we had our frozen.
Just
Or
plain
just absurd, yeah. So we had our frozen. What is it?
Was it a Goes or something? No.
There's a Berliner Weiss, I think.
I don't know.
I
don't know what it was. It had thingy berries in it. What are they called?
Boysenberries. If you remember that episode where we spoke mostly about boysenberries and not actually beer. Just like you get a little, because you get these amazing 4-ounce pours in America. Just like you get a little, because you get these amazing 4-ounce pours in America, which you don't get in the UK very often. So yeah, you just get two for the boys and one for the table, and then you just share it. You know, it's the ultimate
nice.
symbol of friendship.
Communal beer.
Communal beer, calling it beer for the table.
Uh-huh.
You know, one for you, one for
Beer.
Communal beer, calling it beer for the table.
Uh-huh.
You know, one for you, one for me, one for the table. So Imperial Stouts, frozen Berliner Weisses, big old barley wines. That's our new way of drinking instead of whiskies. It's actually a healthier option than a whiskey, than a Boilermaker.
Yeah.
Can't remember if we tried Suarez. We've tried Suarez. We haven't been there. I think that's key to the Suarez experience, like this little brewery in the middle of nowhere making amazing lagers, slow pouring lagers, slow pouring. Has anybody ever had a slow pour beer? I'd love to know if anyone has. Do you ever have slow pours?
Is that like the sort of coffee slow pour type thing?
What's a coffee slow pour?
Well, those guys that just sort of pour it overnight through some sort of mad filtration thing. I
that cold
don't
brew?
really drink coffee.
I don't know what Brad's talking about.
They pour it incredibly slowly through some sort of filter thing.
But then it's just cold.
Yeah, it's like cold press. Sort of
Oh, so it's cold brew probably.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely cold by the time it comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you make it in a really hot room.
Very hot.
No, so slow pour is where they take like 3 minutes to pour it. They pour it ultra slow, like I think with the side tap sort of half open, so it's mostly foam, but it
milk
settles. So you get almost no carbonation, but loads of creamy head. And it's supposed to be the ultimate way to serve a lager. I think the Czechs would be like, just pour it fast through the side pour, and it's delicious. I don't know.
What do they know, eh?
If you've had one, let us know whether it's any good. I know the Bierstadt do it, Suarez do it, a couple of guys are doing it. And on Instagram, it's very Instagrammable, which is probably why it's so popular, because it looks amazing. You can create like head that thick, like from out of the top of the glass, so it'd sit like that over the top. It looks cool. Have I told you about the Hartlepool pour?
It's like a Mr. Whippy type guy, isn't it?
Yeah. So in Hartlepool, which is near Middlesbrough in northern England, not the coolest or trendiest place. I've never been to Hartlepool. I've been to Middlesbrough, and they do it's called the Hartlepool pour, and you pour half real ale into a pint glass, put it in the fridge or the freezer for like half an hour, and then when somebody orders one, you put it back out and pour head on top. And you end up with like a Mr. Whippy thing on top. It's like a slow pour, but temperature control.
Ice cold.
Yeah. Kevin, not like the Mliko pour. So I guess it's like the Mliko pour, but they're letting it settle, and that's why it's taking so long to pour. So with the Mliko, they just pour the head out. With this one, they pour it really slowly, so you just end up. You know how the Mliko settles, and you get quite flat beer. I think that's what they're doing there. I don't know for sure. I haven't tried it, and we sadly can't make it
for sure until you see it. You can't know for sure.
Don't know slow pour till you've tried it. Luke, good evening, gents. I've just drank 5 bottles of Augustina Hellers in 90 minutes, so I'm feeling rather happy. I call bullshit because there's no typos in that, so you can't have had 5 Augustinas and type that perfectly. You got your capitalizations right, your apostrophes right. Technically, it's Augustina Hell, not Hells.
Prove it.
Prove it. Send us a video of you drinking 5 more. No, don't do that.
Subscribe to our Instagram. Send us a direct message of your empty bottles. Otherwise, it didn't happen.
That could work. No, I believe Luke. He's put a typo in his name because it should be 1998, but he's put a 9 on the end.
Okay, alright, you're definitely pissed then, Luke.
Maybe it's happening.
Sorry, man.
Stephen's enjoying a Czech smooth pour as he's watching. Where are you enjoying that? In a pub, or you've done yourself a slow one? Slow pour, tan on black. 2 beers, usually high-low ABV, poured slowly through a sieve filter. Done properly, so you get 2 layers. I've seen that. Some people have been doing white stouts. So they pour a pale beer and then just that much of a dark beer on top. So it's like the inverse of a stout. The things we'll do to get big on Instagram.
So that's just purely aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess and flavour-wise, right?
It would taste pretty wild.
But as soon as you pour it and then let it back, it would just start mixing.
Interesting.
We've recently got big on Instagram. We hit 5,000 followers on Instagram, which is obviously much smaller than our YouTube channel because I don't know why that is. We're just not very good looking. You have to be good looking on Instagram. And as soon as we hit 5,000, we started getting the messages. So if you guys want to see us reviewing watches made of wood, beer coolers that look like they're made out of paper, lots and lots of breweries are trying to send us not THC, what's the other one? CBD, the non-psychoactive bit, the bit that's supposed to just calm you.
I just want to give me the psychoactive drugs, man.
I don't think it's legal to ship that to the UK, but maybe they'll come for us eventually. So yeah, let us know if you're happy with that, and we'll just take freebies all over the shop.
They just legalised medical marijuana in the UK.
Have they?
Yeah.
We need a fact-checking Santa.
Pretty sure they
that.
did. Fact-checking Santa, where are you at? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just did for certain cases, like people with like really terrible epilepsy and chronic pain.
I remember there was a court case. There was a kid who had, I think it was epilepsy or maybe ADHD, and it calmed him and he could focus.
Pretty sure they just legalised it.
That's a whole new story.
Like a landmark thing. So we're gonna do the Craft Gear channel, which is my long-term dream. It's my long-term dream. Nobody else copy that shit. I'm doing it.
I'll put it in the public domain, but nobody copy it.
Mofos.
I'm also thinking about the timekeeping channel. That would be a much easier. Do you remember you could call up the talking clock? Maybe we could be the YouTube version of that.
How's that?
Where
How'd that
you
work?
just go onto YouTube, live show, and go, "Hey Johnny, what's the time?" And I'll go,
It's 20 minutes later than we told you.
Yeah. Yeah. Or depending on where you are in the world, it's this time. That's not going to work. Do a shit beer gadget video. Brad wants to do beer gadgets.
I've wanted to do beer gadgets for a long time.
But they're so hard to get hold of because they make them and then sell like 2 and the company folds.
I want to do one of those silly things that's got like the magnet and then it makes the sort of head go. One of them, and I want to do like obviously one of the Hermetus bottle opener.
I mean, they are awesome.
They're
if you
great.
don't have a Hermetus, get a Hermetus bottle opener.
There's
They
loads of
hermetically
stuff, man.
seal if you don't finish the bottle. It's amazing.
There's loads
Steady,
of
buddy.
there's loads of them.
Yeah, it's a magic wand that looks a little bit naughty. That gives you head on your beer. I don't know what magnet one you talking about.
It gives you head.
No, very much not. Maybe a cheeky vibration. The magnet one. What do you mean the magnet one?
I saw something where there was like some sort of magnet thing in the bottom of like a weird pint glass.
So like what they put in flasks in chemistry labs.
It's like it was like a whisker agitator type deal.
That seems like they've over-engineered that problem. I mean, just do this.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, effectively, that's it. Yeah.
Right. Well, if you know any gadgets that you want us to review, we are going to be.
I wanted to try like dehydrated beer and all that kind of stuff. You get all these like mad things.
Powdered beer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about powdered beer.
But I want to try it all. I want to do like a sort of Bear Grylls survival. Can we survive?
The answer is yes.
On beer powder.
You will survive drinking. We do need to do the hangover ones. We get approached quite a lot by hangover solutions companies. In fact, I've got some at home somewhere. It's probably out of date now. But we need to do tests on those and see whether those hangover cures actually work.
I mean, we can probably try it tomorrow if we get hold of something. I'm going to be pretty hanging.
Yeah, Brad will be hanging.
We got to drive as well.
Yeah, I might do that. Rose Island or Rhode Island? Somebody's had as many as we have, unless Rose Island is a place. Live Oak Pills is a delicious beer. What did you pair it with? Vinegar and sea salt and lager. Lager just goes with everything. I mean, well, specifically, Hell's goes with everything. Some Pilsners it doesn't quite work, but lager is the jack of all trades. Fixes everything. Causes some damage as well, but Pilsners do
Lager
that too.
is the lager of beers.
Okay, buddy, maybe sit a few plays out.
Think about that for a second.
I can't. Lager is the lager of beers. You want to explain that for the folks at home?
It's the lager of beers.
So that's the end of our live show. Thank you so much. no, we're still going.
Well, how long have we been on for?
We're going for half an hour somehow.
Oh my word, I thought it was longer than that.
Sadly not. We still need some of the snack pairing video. Premium snacks with low-grade supermarket own brand. Strong. Low.
How premium grade are we talking?
Yeah, what's a premium grade pub snack?
You talking caviar?
Scotch
Because I mean,
eggs.
I've never seen that in a pub. What are the premium? You know, are we talking
Let
like
us know the premium ones.
a
And we'll find
sexy
the
Scotch
matches.
egg, like a homemade Scotch egg?
Like Rheinbacher or what are the other beers that were in
Lidl and
Aldi?
Aldi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go there for the beers and they've probably got some premium snacks. What was the pretzels? The jalapeno
They were good.
pretzels we had were super
The
good.
Rose and Crown in Walthamstow had amazing, pretzel crisp things.
Home of all the best.
They were really good, and they were like, herby, bit oniony, maybe.
A lot of onion powder, a lot of garlic powder, and
they
a lot
were
of
really tasty.
jalapeno
Salty.
pickliness.
Really good.
Yeah, lovely stuff. So yeah, we will do that with Rheinbacher, which if you haven't tried Rheinbacher, if you can get to an Aldi, it's 75p a can, and I'm pretty sure it's just Kronbacher. It's just 75p, and Kronbacher's a decent lager. So you can stock at Christmas on decent lager for 75p. I think it's £3 for a 4-pack. Is that maths? Yeah, that's maths. £4 for a 4-pack.
Boom.
No, wait. £3 for a 4-pack. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. These IPAs are really talking. Brad, you're going to have to open up the comments. What other news do we have?
You've got
We
some
won an
news.
award. Oh no, we'll start with the more exciting news. Yeah, so I got engaged 2 weeks ago to a beautiful lady. So we are looking at breweries to get married in.
Any brewers
predictably.
out there that can help Johnny out?
Yeah, if you can let us do the reception at your brewery, please do let us know. We're well up for getting married in a brewery. So that's huge news. I proposed our waterfall because that's me all over. What other news? Oh yeah, we won an award we won the North American Guild of Beer Writers Best Broadcaster.
Who did we beat, Johnny?
We beat Good Beer Hunting, who I do the pod. So we beat their podcast, and I am part of their podcast.
You beat yourself.
Yeah, I beat myself. I beat
Self-flagellation.
myself. Yeah, exactly. So that was exciting. We won
Was it
a
exciting?
huge
You-
$100.
Are you into that, beating yourself?
Oh, sorry, I meant the award, not the self-flagellation. That's
Right,
not.
okay.
That's not. Not what will happen at the reception. So yeah, we've had a good couple of weeks. Well, I have.
Exciting.
Brad's had an alright one. He's won one award,
Exciting.
whereas I won the great award of a wonderful way.
I'm very happy for you as well, man.
Thanks, man.
It's amazing.
Thanks.
I love you, buddy. Well, your lady wife, won't say her name out. Maybe she doesn't want me to. She's super awesome.
Yeah.
So
She's
you're
watching
gonna-
this. I keep getting WhatsApps from her going, "Where's my shout out?" So she's watching this. Where are we going? He's getting married. He won't need to beat himself anymore. Okay, we're going to move on from that little topic.
You said you found it
There.
exciting.
Yes, I know, but I'm going to read some comments. Two Roads Brewing a plum gosa in cans with Italian plums. Is that right? Have we been talking about plums?
Italian plums.
Or Gosa? We did talk about Gosa. There we
did,
go.
we
Sorry,
did.
we're going backwards a bit, so
Yeah.
we might be slightly behind the times. My fiance says she loves you. That's awkward.
Ah. Well, I love you too, Heather.
Okay, that's also awkward. Have we had any beers from New England breweries? Well, French Horse Beer
Whatever,
have.
or like right on this trip.
I guess ever.
Well, you can watch our documentaries.
All about New England.
Our award-winning documentaries.
Our award-winning. That's what won our award. So we did an hour and 15-minute long documentary in New England in which we drank. What did you list? Treehouse, Trillium, and Bissell. Yes, we went to all three of those. And we also went to The Alchemist, Notch, Allagash, and the really shit one. What was that? Something about goats? Is it goats?
What?
Smoking Goat?
No.
Brewery? Something like that. The barbecue place. The barbecue was also awful.
Oh. Yeah. That was the barbecue was near it.
No, it was a brew pub with a barbecue restaurant. It was awful anyway, so don't go there. Yes, so if you Google looking for New England, YouTube looking for a New England, and you'll come up with a bunch of, obviously,
not the Billy
music
Bragg
by
song,
Billy Bragg,
but the amazing
the
award-winning
also comes up.
documentary.
Yeah, and you can watch that and see us interview all those amazing people. John Kimmich, an absolute fucking hero. And also Notch. If you don't know Notch, you need to know them because they make the best Pilsner outside of Pilsen. They're an absolutely stunning place. Any Spanish beers worth mentioning? 100%. They have some amazing breweries in Spain. Amazing IPAs, Berliner Weisses, and a lovely stout. But also La Pirata make incredible beer. Nepa Beer make incredible beer. Cyclic, they focus on saisons. They're also in Barcelona. They make amazing stuff. There's one I'm forgetting up by San Sebastian in the north. That's not going to come. Oh, maybe that's Napa beer, actually. It might be. Yeah, lots of great beer happening in Spain. It's really taking off. And also around Barcelona in the Rioja region, there's lots of cool wild breweries springing up as well. Because it takes a lot of good beer to make wine, is the saying. You met John Kimmich this summer, French Horse Beer Reviews. I don't know your channel. We'll subscribe to you at the end of this. I haven't come across your channel. Don't forget La Calavera. I don't know where those guys are. Tell me more about it, Leon. Sorry about LCBF, was too wasted to be on your live broadcast. That's all right, man. We were quite drunk. In fact, I think Ollie held that together, really. So props to Ollie if he is watching.
Was that one of the beer tubers?
That's one of the beer tubers, yeah.
Who was it? I missed that.
Ken Beer Reviews. Great, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the inevitable and shave your hair? Is this Brad or me? Because I don't really need to shave my hair.
I think he's talking about me. I mean, I have got quite a sexy scalp, I imagine, under here.
Lots of people
I can't imagine
pray of a man's scalp, I'm sure.
Well, you know, Jason Stratham.
What would you look like with short hair?
I have no idea.
We should try this, even if you're not talking about Brad.
Imac, you better not Imac my fucking head tonight, mate. We're sharing a room.
I better not earmac your fucking head.
I don't want to get, like, you slap on a load of Imac on my scalp.
I don't know what earmac was.
Imac's the stuff that makes all your pubes fall out if you put it on.
Oh, like Veet.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. You put it on. Ladies put it on. It like sort of nukes your follicles.
We're staying in a pretty sketchy Airbnb, so there might be some of that hanging around that we can find.
No follicles, my bollicles.
I'm not going anywhere near your bollicles.
Oh my scollicles.
Hi guys, your thoughts on recent trends on lower ABV beers? Do you think mild is going to make a comeback? Is mild going to make a comeback? I'd love it if mild did. I'm a big fan of cask mild. It's so hard to find in London. I feel like Forest & Main might have some, maybe.
We just did a video with 5 points about green hop beers, which those guys make some outstanding lower
ABV, below 4. They make great beer. To be honest, I don't think dark mild will ever make a comeback because dark beer is so hard to sell anyway. It always sells in much lower volumes. But maybe pale and milds, like proper session IPAs, so stuff that's well under 4. I've been really enjoying the table beers that some people have been making, like 2.5%, like the Colonel styles. Really liked those. So I think lower ABV is definitely going to get bigger. America will never quite get it because their idea of low ABV is like 4.5, 5. Whereas in England, that's like, do you remember when you were a teenager and you drink Stella, and then we were like, oh, that'll get you battered. That will, that's 5%, and now we're drinking 7% IPAs by the pint at midday.
10%. Yesterday.
One than 10. Oh yeah,
10%.
yesterday. Yesterday you did a 10%
Triplex.
one. So we're learning. I'm drinking a beer called Slowly Learning, and that is summing up Brad's drinking habit. Are we on Untapped? I'm on Untapped. Brad's not a ticker. I asked him to go on, and he refused, even for the good of the channel.
Johnny tried to pressure me into being a ticker. And
I asked you politely.
I said I'm a gentleman sailor, and I don't, you know, it's not very gentlemanly to be ticking off lists. I'm in it for the good times, not for the ticking times. I'm not a completist.
I'm going to take a note of this time, and then when this is done and Brad's sober in the morning, I'm going to show him his explanation as to why he's not on Untapped, and see how he feels about that. The gentleman sailor.
I just think, you know, you can enjoy beer. You can enjoy the culture. You don't necessarily have to document it. We document it in what we do.
Well, I was going to say, we're literally documentarians of this culture.
I don't need to, like, be an accountant about it and go, I've had that one, I've not had that one, I've had that one, I've not. I'm not a fucking Pokemon guy.
But it's not just going, I've had that. It's the review, so you can remember, so you can go back and go, oh, that's a lovely beer when you see it on tap, and you go, well, I'll have it, and I know that because I wrote down that I liked it. That's
what
why
I've got
awesome.
you for, mate.
He does use me for that.
No. In all seriousness, I'm sort of slightly spiritually opposed to it. So you might not be seeing me on Untapped.
But you'll find me Johnny CBC. That's my Untapped. I tend to not use it for a week and then update all my week stuff. So it's a very annoying way of using it. But do follow us, Johnny CBC.
I'm willing to change. I'm always willing to change and learn new things, though. So change my mind. Make me change.
Cool. Can somebody change his mind in the next, how long have we got? 18 minutes. So next question. What are our thoughts on Cloudwater, Wonder Beyond and Neon Raptor? Cloudwater make fantastic beer. Perhaps overplay their influence sometimes, but I mean, they have had a huge influence, particularly on northern brewing, brewing in the northern cities. Like, they've inspired many breweries to either found or be better. And Paul has his heart in the right place when it comes to that kind of thing. He knows how to help grow an industry. So we're big fans of Cloudwater. Wonder Beyond, I hate their beers, but I love that people love those styles of beers. So they do the big, sweet, lactose-y stouts and sours. It's just not what I want to drink. Particularly, they do 500ml cans. So you've got 500ml can of 8% really sweet fruited sours.
No.
And I'm like, no, that's not for me. But they do make them well. And they're part of the Marble dynasty, and Marble are one of the best breweries in the UK. Neon Raptor, I don't know them that well, but I've enjoyed a lot of their beers. I've had some dodgy cans, but some lovely draft stuff from them. They're from Nottingham, and we need more Nottingham breweries. Thoughts on the current founder situation? It's a fucking disgrace. Never drink Founders. Just stop drinking Founders. If you're drinking it now, stop. If you've got it in the fridge, chuck it away. They're a disgraceful company, and the sooner they die, the better. And if you don't know, just Google Founders fucking racists. Where are we? Massive beer reviews. Hey man, I discovered you many years ago when you reviewed a Lervig barley wine and lost your shit about how good it was. And you're right, it's an amazing beer. But I love that review. Bond Place Brewing on our way to Forest and Main. We'll see what time we leave in the morning. But so they have proper malts and bitters. Shit, is there like a real ale culture coming in Pennsylvania, or is that a thing? That'd be super cool if it was.
Maybe it's an Amish thing. They're just getting
drunk on the milds. Yeah, I think they drink, the Amish people. I think.
Can anyone confirm or deny? Do the Amish drink alcohol? Because we're going to go and hang out with them.
We'll turn up with 13 cans of other half and see how they react.
Yeah. They've got a Rumspringer, I know that, which is where they're allowed, when they become an adult, they can leave the community and go be wild with the non-Amish folk.
So it's like a gap year, but
yeah,
a do anything gap year.
They can get fucked up, they can do what they like, and then if they want to come back, they come back. If they don't want to come back, they don't come back. Rumspringa. I know that. But I don't know if I don't think they drink in their community. But I am going to give you an Amish beard when you're sleeping tonight, Joey. So we're going to shave.
How are you going to achieve that with Veet?
We're going to beat off your tash. So you've got like a Captain Ahab beard.
When I was about 20, I couldn't join these bits to my beard. So I had an Amish beard. I was like, but I want a beard. So I shaved my tash. So I didn't have the silly bit where it wasn't joining.
You're going to look great, mate.
I looked ridiculous.
You're really going to fit in.
Beyond ridiculous.
We're going to get you a wagon.
I would have fitted in.
It's going to be
great. If I had done that many, many moons later. But maybe Brad will make me fit in. Fuck founders. Amen, Benjamin Wood. Amen. Mr. Star, where are we? We're at Threes. Threes in Brooklyn, New York. Drinking a mixed firm saison, and Brad's about to finish a lager. Might be time to go to the bar, actually, won't it?
Pretty much. I think when we end this communication, we're going to get another one.
Amish are allowed to drink, but generally don't. So it's just like a cultural. It's not part of their way of life.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they say when they've had when we give them some hype juice. We're going to get some shoofly pie, and whoopie pies, lots of pies. You like a whoopie pie?
I like a whoopie pie.
So we're going to eat their desserts and try to pay for it in other half cans. Why fuck founders? No, I mean they already are corporate. They're entirely owned now by Mahou, which is San Miguel Mahou. But no, they're racist. They fired a guy because he was black, and then all their defense is hilarious. There was a guy, the latest deposition got leaked, and there was a guy who said he didn't know that the guy they fired was black. He was like, he had no idea. It was like, but he worked with him every day, and he's like, I didn't know he was black. It's just like, they're just stonewalling it and trying to hope that it goes away, and it's not going to. They had a black and a white guy printer. Like, it's the most horrendous place. And they're, trying to get away with it. It's just infuriating. I'm not going to read out what Greg's put because it's dirty enough already on this channel. Seen any mindful ales? No, I've not seen any mindful. It sounds like a low ABV brewery.
Mindful ales.
Mindful ales. That's a new one on us. Tell us about it if they're New York or close to where we are, because we're trying to drink just about everything. Because since I was last here for beer reasons 4 or 5 years ago, it's completely changed. What we missed out on is going to Long Island and seeing, we were told that there's like 5 breweries all within walking distance, like a Bermondsey beer mile kind of thing, which includes Fifth Hammer, who make amazing beer. We had their beer for the first time this summer. So yeah, Long Island's got amazing stuff going on, and so does, particularly like the Bushwick kind of area, Evil Twin, KCBC, Threes, Finback, and Interborough and Grimm. It's just amazing. They're spoiled for choice in New York. They really are. It's not really talked about as an insane beer destination. It's seen as like it's pretty good. I think it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
You know, it's somewhere where I think it's going to become more of a beer destination.
Yeah. We had a beer with the beer writer, and he was saying that's the way it's going. He used to do beer tours, and he's starting that up again because he's seeing beer tourists coming in, dickheads like us, who immigration. They go, what's the purpose for your visit? And we go, beer, come for the beer. And they sort of look at you and laugh as if you're not serious, just earnest, like, here for the beer.
Here for the beer.
Yeah. Open that up, it keeps closing. We're going to go back to the laptop on the next live show, I think, because reopening a phone constantly is not ideal. Any other questions, guys? We're coming close to wrapping up because we're going to meet the guys from Threes very soon. Have we had any equilibrium? Yes, we have. We love their beers. They're stunning brewers, and we will get up there eventually. They're just north of New York, so we'd love to come see them on another trip, along with Suarez and some other guys. Hello from Istanbul. When people usually greet you from a country, they say, come here, but I'm deeply ashamed with the beers we have here. Do avoid Istanbul.
Avoid Istanbul?
Avoid Istanbul for beer.
Oh, man.
Where do you get good beer from then? Is it all imported, or you go outside of Istanbul? Some great beer being brewed in Greece. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Lovely barley wine for the win. Carmine Street Beers while we're in New York City. It's close to Blind Tiger. Awesome, yeah, we'll give that a look if we can, for sure, thanks. Coming to Fine Fest, to be eaten alive by midges. I'd love to go to Fine Fest. There's lots more like camping beer festivals being founded. The guys who run London Craft Beer Festival are going to be doing one called Bigfoot. I saw the branding for it recently. It's a Bigfoot. The branding is a Bigfoot.
Wow, I like what I did there.
It's not an 8, it's a Bigfoot, which is, yeah, going to blow some tiny minds. Favourite amber ales? Favourite amber ales? I would have to say Belgium make the best amber ales. So things like Deconic, although Deconic is now way too sweet. They tried to rebrand it as an American pale ale, and everyone's like, it's got
You what, mate?
no American hops. It's sweet as hell. But yeah, the Belgians, they call it Special. So Troubadour, well, Musketeers Brewery, their range of Troubadour beers, they have a beer called Special, which is delicious as well. So that's one of my favourites. I don't drink a lot of amber.
Me neither.
I like the hops and stuff. Pete Talbot had the same reaction from immigration on his beer tour. They're just going to have to get used to it, aren't they? People going, I'm here for the beer.
Does anyone want to go on a beer tour with us?
Yeah.
We've talked about potentially organising tours of places. We sort of first we're talking about maybe East Kent and the micro pubs of East Kent.
Tours.
You know,
Come on in, it's all good. Thanks, man.
maybe a little stay away.
Yeah.
Tour.
So if that would be of any interest to you guys, do let us know. We get approached by travel companies all the time, going like, "Hey, would you like to run a tour?" Usually they're like, well, they don't know what they're doing, or they're from like South America, which would be a bit tricky for us. We're not exactly experts on the South American beer scene, but it would be cool to do some professional tours with some people and show people around and see the way that we do it, which basically involves one person being Des and the other one being a nightmare and a liability, and then you switch around the next day. Craig's from Ramsgate.
Hey, all right, Craig.
Brad now has a house down in Margate, so you're bezies. Just been to a New Zealand hop showcase at Cloudwater.
Groovy.
And a series on that side of the world from you guys would be awesome. Yes, it would be. We will get over to that part of the world, hopefully in the harvest next year. That'd be the best time to do it. Go see the hop harvest in New Zealand or something would just be incredible. So that's definitely on the list of things to do next year. We've got 2 documentaries that we've conceived, so we're going to try and film those fairly soon. Early next year we might release the first one. Won't give you details on what they are yet because they're a little bit fluid, they might shift a little bit, but we will firm it up eventually. Fancy opening a brewery? No,
Yes.
it's too impatient. Oh. Brad does.
Yes.
He's going to go it alone.
No.
No, what we're going to be doing is a series of homebrew videos very soon, teaching people how to homebrew, like right from the start, almost from extract, right up to the point where we want to try and produce some beer to sell to some pubs, and just see what that journey is and show everyone what it's like. So, if a brewery came out of that, maybe, but I don't think we'd actually run it. But Brad's very handy, and I know the intricacies of beer, so it could. Got the engineer and the mash tun digger, so that could help. Guys, we're gonna call it a day in a second. I just saw a couple more questions come by, and then we're going to leave you to your wonderful evenings. Let us know how this time slot worked, actually. If that worked better for you, do let us know. I'm seeing the numbers are a little bit higher than usual, which is great. We always struggle to know when, because most of our audience, basically 30% of our audience are American, 30% of them are UK, and then the remainder is all over the world. So we'd love to know what kind of time works for you guys best. Are we ever going to visit Toronto? I'd like to think so.
I love Matty Matheson, the chef.
If we can find a way to meet that guy. Yeah, Brad does have a serious man crush on that guy.
He's a seriously talented guy, big boy.
Yeah.
I'd like to be his friend. I'd like to give him a big hug, big man hug.
So we will make it to Canada because, with Bell's, Collective Arts, there's some really great breweries up in Canada here. So we will get around to that.
Hey.
So we've got a final question, which is a nice thing to finish on. How does the craft beer scene differ between here and England? I'll give you a second to collect your thoughts. But the main thing for me is every single bar has stellar stuff on. Every single one we've been to. Obviously, we've been picking and choosing, but it feels like every bar that people go, oh, that's a good bar, is amazing. But I've been to lots of good bars in the UK where you look at the list and you're like, that's something I can get here or here or here. Over in America, there'll be 16 taps of stuff that not only have you never seen before or maybe never heard of before, but are delicious when you try them. And I think that's down to not having the beer tie, maybe the punters being a bit more educated and adventurous, and the fact that it's looked after really well with proper culture. So that's a big difference for me. What we make in the breweries is very, very similar in quality. What we pour from the taps is pretty different.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it there, but yeah, diversity. And also, we were talking to our friend Joshua earlier, he's in the beer community, and he was just saying that basically they all kind of live in the same neighbourhoods in Brooklyn. Their kids go to school together.
Yeah, really tight-knit
they
community.
hang out together. I think this is quite different to the London scene, where it all feels, little islands. Not much cross homogenation. Whereas over in New York, which is a bigger place to be fair, it all seems to be quite centered around neighborhoods in Brooklyn and a sense of community. And like Josh was saying, a lot of their talent is homegrown here. They're not people that are coming from around the country. They've kind of fostered a scene here.
Big homebrewing community that sort of blossomed into professional brewing, which the UK has a little bit of, but I don't know, maybe we've professionalised a little bit quicker than America, so we haven't got that big homebrew scene sort of coming through.
And I think some of that, from what he was saying, was to do with the proximity to like Wall Street and investment bankers and stuff. They come in and they're like, they've got this love of beer all of a sudden, and they want to be involved, and they've got money to throw around. They're like, if they try some guy who's making amazing homebrew beer, your beer's fucking great.
Yeah, that
here's some money.
Literally, what
make
Joshua
a brewery.
Told us the story
it's
about
like,
happening. Yeah, just a guy found some amazing homebrew and said, "I'll pay for your brewery," basically.
So the moral of the story is, let's all move to Canary Wharf and
stand there on the street corner with homebrews. So. There you go. Great moral for the story. Stand on the street corner with homebrew. You heard it here first. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for the feedback on the time and for all the questions. We love you guys. Follow us on Instagram for more adventures from America. We're at Craft Beer Channel. Follow us on Twitter, which is @Beer Channel, and on Untapped, Johnny CBC, and you will see exactly what we're up to. And always please comment and let us know what you want to see or what you don't want to see. I'm hoping you want to see Brad's bald head, because that's
you're
my
getting the
ambition for
Amish
rest of the
beard. Hey Mac, your Amish beard off right now tonight. In all seriousness as well, you guys help fund the channel. Patreon is the lifeblood of the channel. If you can support us in any way, please check out our Patreon.
Please do.
Anything you give us is valued.
Perks start at $1. For $1 you can get your name on every single video we make. So yeah, we'll leave the pitch there. We love you guys, and we will see you live next month and back with another upload next week. That's empty. To the bar!